So let's say, for example, if you wanted to factor 16y squared minus 9. And sometimes you'll see y's, you'll see r's, you'll see m's. If it's more comfortable to you to make that an x, feel free to make it an x. It's the same thing. Sometimes just x is a little more familiar. But in this case, we'll kind of stick with the y. Okay, so the solution to that, once again, you're going to notice 16 is just 4 times 4. So 16y squared will equal 4y squared. And 9 is just 3 times 3. So 9 is equal to 3 squared. Okay, so that means our 16y squared minus 9 will just become 4y squared minus 3 squared. Okay, where your a is equal to 4y and your b is equal to 3. Okay, so if you have the formula, didn't mean to write that one there. A squared minus b squared equals a plus b times a minus b. And that means your a squared minus b squared will be 4y plus 3, 4y minus 3. Or you have 4y minus 3 times 4y plus 3. It doesn't matter as far as the order. Okay, so that would be your answer. All right, so any questions on that one? All right, so let's do another example. Let's say if you want to factor 25 minus 4y squared. Okay. So it doesn't matter which side the variable's on. If you have an x on either the left side or the right side of the minus sign, it's still the exact same thing. Okay. So once again, you're going to notice that both of those are perfect squares. So 25 is just 5 times 5. So that's 5 squared. And 4 is just 2 times 2. So that means 4y squared is just going to equal 2y squared. Okay, so that means we have, instead of 25 minus 4y squared, we can rewrite it as 5 squared minus 2y squared. So we have our difference of squares. But in this case, our a is equal to 5, and our b is equal to 2y. So if we're going to plug it into the formula, kind of separate that a little bit. A squared minus b squared equals a plus b, bring that up some, times a minus b. Then that's going to equal a plus b is 5 plus 2y, and 5 minus 2y as your answer. All right, so any questions on this one so far? Yes?
Does it matter which, how you write the answer? Can the 2y go before the 5, or does it have to go second?
Oh, on the plus y, you can switch them up.
Okay.
But with the minus, if it's 5 minus 2y, the only way you could switch them up is if you made it negative 2y plus 5.
Okay.
But if you just want to leave like negative signs out of it, you have to leave them the same way.
All right.
All right. Any other questions? All right. Okay, so next, it will be the sum and difference of cubes. Okay, so the first one, a cubed plus b cubed equals a plus b times a squared minus a times b plus b squared. And a cubed minus b cubed equals a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. Okay. Now it's a lot to remember, but if you look at it, it's kind of the exact same formula. The only difference is when you have a plus sign here, it's plus minus. When you have a minus sign here, it's minus plus. The last one is always positive. So if you can remember plus sign, this a plus b, minus sign is going to be a minus b. So it just goes plus here, then it's these two switch up. So you have plus minus, bless you. Then you have minus plus. Okay, so bless you. Let's say you start off with, if you wanted to factor x to the third plus 8. Okay, so just like before for the previous two, we just had to notice that the terms were perfect squares. But in this one, it's a little bit different because we have to notice that the terms are perfect cubes. So we know x to the third, if you want to rewrite that as x to the third power, you can.